So what do you think? It's good, right?
What in the hell is this?
What?
This is my product. This is my formula. This is mine.
It's our product. But yeah, I was gonna cut you in.
Oh, you were gonna cut me in? No. I cut you in.
No, what the hell's your problem? All I'm asking is for you to set a meet.
Absolutely not.
Why?
I am not gonna lend my name to an inferior product. I mean, look at the diameters here.
Yeah.
Oh yay, looks like my favorite crackheads are here. How's everyone doing?
Mayday, we have a crackhead lifting up the bus. Must be Red Bull.
Rehab didn't work out for you, did it? That sweet, delicious pony salt is just too much for you to stay away from, isn't it? Especially when it's salt involving Halo. And just like the intro says, everything else on the market is just a cheap knockoff.
Damn NAFTA. It's clearly an inferior tobacco.
Here at Free Tango Plays, we got Pegasus Crystal, concentrated, 10 times more potent, and it never fails to disappoint. See, Alex's shit may get you high, but my shit gets you addicted. Just like ponies are addicted to Twitter, because there's nothing else to play for the rest of the year. I've been saying this for months now. The ponies will do nothing but spend all their fucking time on Twitter, and are far more invested in Halo news, just as we all predicted they would be. Hell, since the reveal of Halo Infinite, ponies have been on standby, long awaiting for this game to fail and flop. And I still don't know what their obsession with wanting this game to flop is. Maybe it's their way of saying, Sony, give us a multiplayer game worthy of actually paying $70 for. I mean, if you want to take it one step above and actually match what Xbox is doing here, you'd make it free too. But none of that's going to happen. Instead, what's going to happen is ponies are going to sit there and they're going to cry and nitpick the ever-living shit out of a game that has the attention of everyone and isn't PlayStation's. Hell, we saw them do it with Metroid Dread. We saw them do it with Valheim. Ponies are not fans of other games stealing the spotlight from PlayStation. I mean, honestly, it's either that or Halo is simply way bigger than every single exclusive they had this year and last year, because it's definitely getting talked about a lot more than every PlayStation game. Hell, even the ponies are talking about it more. And quite honestly, that's probably the result of ponies hating Xbox more than they love PlayStation.
I mean, I love him dearly, but I hate Ricky more. I just don't want to have to put up with that prick for the rest of my life.
Hashtag PS5 share, the only multiplayer I need.
Digital Foundry says Halo 4 looks better than Halo Infinite, and that there's no progress. They are tired of seeing the same ugly level. Oh, please have respect for opinion and analysis. They are credible while Xbox hasn't won a generation ever and remains in last place. Cheerio! The fellas over at Digital Foundry aren't impressed by Halo Infinite. Even after the year delay, Alex thinks in some ways the game looks worse. Ouch! 343 needs to be restructured and or dismantled completely if Halo Infinite flops. Digital Foundry! Halo Infinite is graphically downgraded from last year's showcase. The animations look so terrible. 343 should stick with Unreal Engine instead of developing a bad game engine. I was right!
Holy fuck, god damn it, Frit, I did not expect you to hit me with a full-on blast of pony salt like that.
God didn't do that, you did it. You're a fucking narcotics agent. I knew it.
I mean, you guys were on the verge of ODing. Saw a little bit of foam coming out your mouth. You're probably wondering why I showed you all of that in one sitting and almost killed you. Well, that's because I'm trying to OD my own audience so that they can leave me the fuck alone so I don't have to slave away making any more goddamn pony salt. Okay, anyways. That was a lot to go through, and we're gonna unpack a lot of it. And there's still more. So if your tolerance can handle it, stay. If it can't, get the fuck out. Let's start with Mr. Crap Gamer's tweet. Could you imagine this? Could you imagine being so fucking desperate to get a one-up on Xbox, all because Phil Spencer embarrassed you in front of millions of people, that you force yourself to play Call of Duty Vanguard? How fucking desperate do you have to get, my good sir? Reaching near 40 and denying yourself access to good games all over some stupid console war. Just stop. I don't care if you're a pony. I'm not going to call you out for playing Halo. I understand. It's basically the best shooter of the year. You don't have to resort to hurting yourself like this, crap. I understand. Life's not fair. PlayStation just doesn't have anything else for the rest of the year. But acting like playing Vanguard is a win is quite possibly the most pathetic thing I've ever seen you do. Ponies really just hate Xbox so much, they're willing to put up with bad games just to spite them. It's also probably very emotionally distressing for Crap Gamer to see that Halo Infinite is not only trending more than Call of Duty Vanguard and Battlefield 2042, it's fucking trouncing them. See, the interest is not in Call of Duty Vanguard, crap. The interest is in Halo. See, I remember there was a time when Crap Gamer used to shill so hard for Halo that he even nearly gave Halo 5 a 10 out of 10.
Most ambitious multiplayer mode I've seen from an established first-person shooter ever. It's not a perfect experience, but it's definitely one of the best Halo games to date. Halo 5 Guardians ushers in the new generation of Xbox, and it gets a fantastic 9.25 out of 10. Please remember to comment, rate, subscribe, rack 'em up, and add me on Xbox Live, MOH space Crap Gamer.
No. You aren't going to convince me that you can go on from thinking that's a masterpiece to then hating on Halo. Nobody's going to fall for your bullshit. You're petty, your channel's dead, and when switching to whatever console you're going to align yourself with isn't going to save your dying channel either. Have fun playing Call of Duty by yourself. Hell, you mainly play against bots in all your videos anyway. Ah, there he is, J-Dub. Just like a cockroach, no matter how many times you crush him, no matter how many times you nuke him, he still inevitably comes back. Even after celebrating the deaths of developers to console war, people seem to still take a liking to him. But at this point, can you really take the guy serious? Here he is, using Digital Foundry's word as gospel, which is strange to me because how long ago was it that this man was accusing Digital Foundry of being paid Microsoft shills? Let's actually count back the months, because it's not very far. It's not like I expect him to be able to count back that far anyway. I have to do it for him, otherwise he wouldn't know about the stupid shit he said. And I quote,
He trying to get that Digital Foundry Microsoft check.
"Don't you just love how convenient it is whenever Digital Foundry is credible once again? Have a criticism of the PlayStation 5's design? You're a Microsoft paid shill. Give Psychonauts 2 praise? You're a Microsoft shill? Be critical of Halo's graphics. Welcome back, good sir. You are once again one of the most credible people in the industry. When can I start sucking your dick?" Now, I'm gonna have to actually listen to what Digital Foundry said, and no, not a clip that PlayStation fanboys clip out of context and put up on Twitter, so they have something to entertain themselves since, well, you know, there's nothing to play.
But in general, I was just reading a lot of the stuff online about this, about people's reactions, reading forum posts and whatnot, and a lot of people do think it looks better, and quite honestly, I've watched it multiple times. I looked for all of the issues that I pointed out in my video that, you know, brought up its own controversy back when it came out, and I'm actually seeing very little changes in the direction that I thought would make the game look decidedly better. And, you know, I've seen people putting the cinematic moments side by side and whatnot from Ben, and I did not actually see great technical large differences between them in a positive direction. I actually saw some things that I thought looked worse than the initial campaign trailer showing of the cinematic, for example.
Well, holy shit! I guess he really did say it looks worse than last year, which is I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have a hard time selling me on that, Cap, my man. I think it's absolutely batshit crazy to say that this doesn't look significantly better than last year's showing. I'll give you that it doesn't look better than the cinematic trailer, but welcome to video games? I mean, it's a bizarre criticism. I'm not gonna take it away from him. He's entitled to it. But like I said, you're gonna have a hard time selling me on that, Cap. Because lots of things, lots of complaints you had about last year were fixed. LOD pop-ins, lighting, texture work, reflections. If the game has not visually improved enough for you, then it simply hasn't. I just don't get why you're ignoring all the improvements you asked for.
And I'm going back in time now, looking at the initial Slipgate engine video.
But why? We already know at this point that's not what the game looks like whatsoever.
Showing off all those varied and interesting biomes, and for some reason we are still seeing this piney northwest of the United States or Canada biome that we've seen already now so many times before. What about all like the diversity of like a typical Halo campaign? Where's the interesting looking deserts or the like massive tree forest or something that we've also seen in Halo 4? Why are we not seeing any of these other more interesting visual things? We keep seeing this like the same thing over and over again. We just saw it, and I'm just not interested in what this area looks like, and I actually don't think it looks very good.
You know, call me crazy, but I'm pretty sure when we're using the concept trailer to show off a game engine, we shouldn't set our expectations for the game to look exactly like that game engine, like history has taught us over time and time again, like you guys have discovered with every single engine you get your hands on, that it doesn't end up looking like the trailers. Whatever, it's fine though. There's some fair criticisms here. The game doesn't look like, well, the concept trailer. And when your expectations are that high, don't be surprised when they're not met. I mean, that's not to say 343 wasn't misleading with that trailer. I just find it an odd comparison to use versus what we saw last year instead, which was the actual product.
I'm a little worried actually for this campaign at the moment, yeah.
In what way?
Like, well, for example, like in the initial Halo, you would have a maybe...
Okay, to be fair, that was just a little bit of my clever editing. He does give some legit concerns about the campaign footage he saw, and does criticize the gameplay, which I won't feature here because the relevance is with the visuals, as that's the only thing Pony's honed in on, because gameplay isn't really something they care about. My only problem with Alex's concerns, with all the criticisms, is, well, the game's not out yet, and he hasn't played it, and he doesn't know if it was executed well. I think we're all worried about that, we're all concerned. Now Alex's opinion is one thing, it's fine. There's many reasons to be critical of Halo, especially in the last few years. And I do agree with them that it could look bigger and better. Now what I don't agree with is saying flat out that it looks worse than last year's footage. Of all the things ponies could have run with, they ran with the dumbest shit Digital Foundry could have said. And now suddenly, their word is gospel again. And because of that, the ponies decided, instead of sitting home and playing, what do ponies have to play again? Oh yeah, that's right, nothing. Well, it makes sense now. Instead of sitting around and playing nothing, they decided to start up an emergency meeting where they basically just celebrate what Digital Foundry said about Halo, because there's nothing else for them to do on a Monday night.
Andy, I only wanted it because it's fun. Yes, that is the only requirement of an Xbox game. It must be fun. We don't care what it looks like. And for that makeshift pimp you just had on here, talking jive, we don't care about a beach with titties. It just has to be fun.
You know, I never thought the day would come where PlayStation fanboys weren't a fan of the word fun, but considering that Neil Drunkman doesn't want the word fun used to describe his games, I guess they really did go down that path. Games that are fun are not a good thing now, I guess. I guess wanting games to be fun is a bad thing. Prioritizing gameplay over graphics is a bad thing. It obviously shows that the ponies don't have a single good game right now. When you have good games, you don't host calls like this and waste your time instead of progressing in all those banger AAA games you're playing month after month. I know the concept of games being fun may be foreign to you, but a lot of people still prioritize the enjoyment of a game over the visuals because only one of those things will hold up over time.
We are ready for Halo. We don't care about anything else. We're only going to play this game for 2 weeks just so we can post screenshots. I promise you. Check our stats. We're trash. All of us on Twitter. We're trash. Never been good. Never.
Look, just because PlayStation guys have a habit of dropping games in 2 weeks doesn't mean that everybody else does it, okay?
Look at everybody. All your favorite Xbox YouTubers, we are trash in Halo. I swear. Upon the gods, we are trash. But it's fun. It's fun. I seen Post Up go 2-17 in Halo. But it's fun. It's fun. Oh, shit.
Well, there you heard it. Microsoft has gotten ponies to break down to the point where they reject the term fun. I mean, I don't know if Microsoft did that or if Sony did it. They took away their titties, they took away their ass, they made their games more expensive, they forced them to kill Joel and play as a character they didn't want. The games are short as fuck. Maybe Sony's the one who's gotten them to forget what the word fun means. Maybe Sony is the one that is responsible for depriving them of the simple thing known as joy. The real enjoyment they have is hanging out with all these other people reaching their 40s and talking about Xbox games. You hate to see it, but this is the state of PlayStation fanboys right now. So broken down, have nothing to play, nothing to look forward to. Xbox is the only thing left to talk about. Well, what can you do except point and laugh at them? Anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe if you so choose to, and I'll be seeing you bitches in the next video.
Free Congo sucks ass.